you've been in the PC. In the PC, there are two types of people. There are athletes who will say, no, I'll get you up for this move. Like, I will power you up for that move.
Yes.
And then there are the wrestlers that are like, please jump for me. I'm not actually that strong. I'm the person saying like, please jump for me. I think you're the person that's like, no, I'll get you up. Like,
That's
I'll
so
throw
funny
you.
you say that, because I wasn't. I was
Really?
100% that. I've always known my own limitations, and I kind of like to pride myself. Like, I don't feel like I have an ego. Like, I know I can't do that, and I'm not afraid to be like, hey, I can't do that. And I actually always say, it's like, I don't even look that strong, but I am not as strong as I look.
I understand.
Like, if I can't do something, especially in wrestling, I'm not going to pretend like I can and then just like hope it goes well when someone else's safety is at risk. So uncool. I hate when people do that, and that's probably like a big problem a lot of people have with the athletes. Again, it's just the egos. It all comes back to the egos.
Overconfidence.
Yes.
Which normally disappears after too much trial and error.
Yeah.
But that's a part of the system, for better or worse. So then you would say, because I know your background is track.
Yes.
And gymnastics.
Yes, that's true.
What would you say your strengths are then?
I don't know if I have some overarching like physical strength. I think I've always just been a really hard worker. I think everything that I did my whole life, like 10 years of gymnastics and 11 years of track, I was never a natural starting either of those things, like not even close. Like, I was like decent and stuff, but from where I started to where I worked over years and years and years to get, it never came naturally to me. I just picked it, and I knew I wanted to do it at the time, different things, and I worked for years and years and years and just like genuinely didn't give up. And it sounds corny and cheesy, but it changed my entire life just having that mentality. And that's probably my biggest strength, is just not getting discouraged and kind of being okay sucking at something and fighting through that to get good at it. And I think I apply the same thing to wrestling too, and I'm going to continue to do that.
I have to assume that you felt a little in over your head to begin with, because it is such a crazy, strange business compared to like a normal sport. What was something that you came in the door and went like, what am I doing? This is so weird.
It was so hard, but at the same time, I think I had a different experience than a lot of athletes coming in, because I was surrounded by the people that are in the PC and kind of getting insight into how it actually works for over a year before I actually got to come into the PC. I think that gave me a very different experience and expectations coming in. I think a lot of people, like athletes coming in, they've been good at something their entire lives. Maybe even 20 years they've done the same sport. They don't realize that you have to start from scratch. You're starting from zero. I think that's why a lot of athletes, some of them excel, but some of them have a really hard time not being good at something. And it's just kind of a recipe for disaster. I mean, and some people make it work, but I think I kind of had the expectations coming in that things are going to get changed all the time. You can't expect to be given anything, and you're gonna suck coming in. and I was okay with sucking.
How long were you there before your first match?
A couple weeks.
A couple of weeks?
I've touched a ring a couple weeks before my first match, yeah.
Okay.
And then on TV, it was like a couple months.
So it was
crazy.
I mean, that's fast.
Oh, so fast. I don't think anyone's had it faster than the class I came in.
I don't know what your connection is with a lot of the people in that class. Did a lot of them have the same experience or feelings about like, oh, this is happening real quick?
Yeah, I think everyone did. I think a lot of people maybe didn't know what to expect, so they were just kind of like shocked. But even I was shocked in that regard, because everything I've heard and seen was like, they're moving you guys way faster than anyone else has. And in one sense, our class got like a big blessing in the fact that we got a lot of opportunities. So like, I don't take that for granted, and I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, it's also a curse, because you are doing things and getting exposure that you're so not ready for, and you don't know how to handle, and like, you don't know what you're doing. So you're just embarrassing yourself on national television, when that's never been the case for like anybody else that's came into the PC. They either have experience wrestling already, or they get a year to develop and they're put on a level up.
It was very sink or swim.
Yes, very.
I can't say that you're the only class that's happened with, but the PC is very, we need this now, or we need this now. So, and they'll go very quickly this way, then they'll go very quickly this way, depending on what is needed at the time. Was it LFG? Was it a lot of the people in your class in LFG?
Yes, that's what it was basically. It was, all right, we have this show now, we need spots to fill. And a lot of people from our class like filled those spots, so they just kind of threw us in there, like you said, to sink or swim.
Yeah, okay.
And it's kind of like, I don't know, I think everyone just did the best they could with what they were given. And again, it is a huge opportunity, and I was very grateful for it when I got that. But at the same time, it's almost impossible to swim. You're kind of just set up with some weights on your ankles, and you're gonna sink.
Yeah.
It's just how long are you gonna swim before you sink?
Sure. It's impossible to get like 100% success rate.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But that maybe that's the point. So in your first few weeks and leading up to the first matches, who was your coach and producers?
Mostly Robbie Brookside in the beginning, and he's awesome. Yep. I love Brookside. He is like the tough exterior, and then he's just like a teddy bear on the inside. He can't get mad if he hears that I said that, but it's okay. It's true. He has to just own it. He's awesome. He had a huge role in my time there. He was just always someone I could go to, and I love him so much.
I know I have an accent, but and because we're both foreigners, I think he'd look at me and be like, and I go, I don't know what you said, but cool. Yep. Thank you for telling me a story from 1987. I don't know those people. I don't know what you said, but...
It's his class in the PC is the only one that's an hour longer than everyone else's for a reason. He loves to tell stories. And honestly, I loved his stories. And when you're new and like this cardio is not what you're used to, like I pride myself on being fit and having good cardio, but wrestling cardio, totally different story. So when you're like dying, exhausted, took 10 bumps, and to you 10 bumps is like your head is shaking. Having him tell a 20-minute story is awesome.
That was one of the things we were taught really early on was the coaches love talking.
Yes.
So if you're tired, just go, hey coach, what happened in that thing? What was that story about the thing?
We did that to him all the time. I felt bad. The guys would do it all the time, every day. But it's like, I honestly love to hear everything, all of his stories. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Some of them I didn't understand, like you said.
Of course, yeah.
Then he'd look at you like waiting for you to laugh for the punchline. I'm like,
oh, that was the punchline.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Good.
What?
Good. It was soup, was it? It was soup?
Yes.
Okay. So in your time there, again, because it's such a weird, wild, wacky world, and it's pretty difficult to get things to click after doing them once or twice. What things or experiences made you go like, oh, I get it?
I definitely had a lot of them in practices where things would just kind of like blend together, and it's like, oh, like I got it today, and you go home like super happy that you got it that day, because it's like most of the days you go home like, I suck, I'm awful, I never am gonna get this. It's kind of just the craziest roller coaster. I don't think I ever had one specific moment that stands out more than others of like, oh, I got it so much. But I know that I had them, but injuries obviously kept pulling me back. So I'd be watching and still kind of click, but you can only learn so much watching, even though you can learn a lot watching.
Wrestling is definitely something where you have to learn from other people's mistakes. Otherwise, if you're just focused on you and only you, you're going to be left behind. Injury-wise, back injury was the big thing, right?
Yes, yeah, that was my main thing.
I think it was something to do with bulging discs.
I have 2 bulged discs, like L4, L5 or something like that.
And is that just like a in-out, they come and go as they please? Like
Low-key, yeah, low-key. It's so frustrating because like I have been not injury prone my entire athletic career. Like I did over 10 years of gymnastics. Everyone gets hurt doing gymnastics. I never got hurt. I was like totally fine. In track, it's like that was my only thing was my back injury. I've struggled with my back for like a decade now. Like and I'm young, so I'm like that's not normal. Right. It started when I was like 17. Like it's horrible. But I've just gotten used to managing it in track. Like you're just running, and I was a hurdler, so I was running and jumping over things. Like I can suck it up. But when it comes to like taking care of other people in the ring, it's different. Like I don't want to be like you said, like, oh, I can do it. I can lift someone. Yeah, maybe I can. But what are the odds that I move weird and I drop them weird? Like I don't want to take that risk. So it was really the first time I really had a major problem with it was while I was wrestling.
Did you adjust your style knowing full well, like, okay, I can't do this or this, or I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to go down this path? Or did you already have an idea of how you wanted to wrestle?
I don't think I came in with a full idea of how I wanted to wrestle. I don't think I knew that we would have to discover like character and those things so quick. So I didn't have a preconceived notion of like, I want to be this. I just came in, wanting to like learn the like art that wrestling is. I think a lot of people come in wanting to be like a superstar, but like of course I want that too, and I think I could handle that well, but I really just wanted to learn how to wrestle. That's a big thing a lot of athletes overlook too, is that like you're not going to walk in and just be a star and like have this whole character right away. But I did have to develop my own kind of more unique style, which was similar to like a Melina, or like just more of a agile style that's not like big and strong, because like I'm not some big strong girl. Like I'm not super short, I'm kind of just like in between. So it just kind of depends who I'm with. But I can do like the splits, I can do cartwheels, gymnasticsy things to where it's like I can get someone down without having to lift them up and slam them. And at first I didn't realize that you didn't have to do everything.
Right.
And a lot of the coaches were very helpful, being like, if that hurts you, don't do it. You don't have to do that. And I just, in my mind, that just never occurred to me, that you don't have to do these big lifts. There's other ways of doing it, like even more unique and making it your own. And that was like a really good realization to have. That was probably a big, I don't know, like epiphany, or like, oh, I can do this moment. It's like, oh, I don't have to do it everyone else's way. I can do it my way.
You're always going to be hurt one way or another.
Yeah.
If you're injured, stay home. You're not wrestling. But if you're hurt, you find a way to work around it. I think my last match with the company was a coconut against Anthony Luke. And I can't remember if it was like calf or hamstring or something, but like I was taped like knee to toe, just to be super careful. Because I felt like something could go and I wasn't sure, but I'm like, I'll just tape it up, I'll be super safe. Again, normally I would be lifting or throwing. I was so scared to even run that I just planned the match in a way where Anthony moved around me. And then no one could tell that I'm struggling. No one can tell that I'm in trouble, because as long as you know how to wrestle, right, then if you are hurt, if they're hurt, you've always got a backup plan. There's always another way to achieve or accomplish the same goal. And as you said, like getting thrown in the deep end, that's pretty hard to understand every single possibility, because you're kind of being told the very basics of like, you know, we need a shine, we need a cut off, we need a comeback, and just focus on these specific things. The cookie cutter to begin with, until you can figure out more like, oh, I don't have to do this here. I can switch it like this, or I can extend this longer and make this the bigger payoff, and yada yada. But that comes with time. With LFG and the matches on LFG, what was that experience like?
Putting together some of those matches in LFG was like, it was so stressful when it didn't need to be. I think a lot of what was, there was some confusion of just like, are the legends putting it together? Are their producers putting it together? And I think a lot of things would get confused sometimes. And it was, I mean, it would be like let's say 20 minutes. So I have to be like walking through the curtain, and I'm like, I'm not dressed. My makeup hair is not finished. The match is like half put together, and it's like, I've been here for 2 months. Like, it's so stressful. And like at the time you care so much, you just feel like there's so much pressure. Like this is going to be shown to the world, and it's like just crazy amount of stress. But at the same time, it was I don't think I ever wrestled an LFG match where I was actually fully healthy with my back.
Okay.
I don't think even one of them was. It's like no one ever saw what I was fully capable of. There was always like people like producers, like Mossy was a great one, just really helpful with like, we're going to work around like what you need to work around. Like, let's find other ways to make a great match.
He's a great producer.
Amazing. I got to, he's my favorite producer. Every time you see a banger on TV, Johnny Moss produced it. Not to put any other producer down. Everyone's so amazing in that building, but he's so good. And I got to be in his class for a few months too, and that was awesome. I learned so much from him.
Was that the most you ever bumped in your life?
That's okay. Everyone says that. Everyone says that. So everyone was terrified coming in, and everyone would be so sore after the Mossy practices. But I was like, I loved it. I loved the amount of work we did in Mossy's. Honestly, it was fine because I wasn't picking people up. It didn't hurt my back. I'll bump all day. Taker and Michelle were great too. Those were my main people that I worked with the entirety of LFG. So they were always producing the matches I was in, and they were really helpful, just like being aware of my back and making sure everything was like safe. And I really appreciated that because it's something that I knew I couldn't hide. There's no hiding it, and if I did try to hide it, it would only be so long until it's like I'm really screwed.
I know that LFG happened when I was there, but I have no idea where or when. I know that sometimes I would come in and there was just this massive camera crew doing stuff. And a lot of the time, you know, you're in the PC and they go, people are filming stuff in that place today, like don't go in that place. And you never know, you're not meant to know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But it's like, what? Who are we? Why? What's happening today? And I feel like LFG was very much that for the rest of the people in the PC.
Oh, yeah.
Where did stuff happen? When and why? Like, what was the schedule?
The schedule was like a few days a week. So I think it was like maybe like 3 days a week. And it would just be like basically all day filming. And then the last day would be just like confessionals, just like an interview talking about how that week went. So the schedule was kind of, they made it seem like one thing, of course, on TV as it aired, but it was just kind of all jam-packed.
It's TV.
It's TV, of course. So it's like, it was really jam-packed together, and we never knew what we were doing that day. Of course, they keep you on edge, and like, you're trying to talk to certain people that might tell you something. And it's like, because you just give me anything so I know what to prepare. Like, I might have to do a promo in front of a bunch of people and on TV, and it's like, I've never even cut a promo with a mic. I don't know how to talk on a mic. It's like, things like that were so stressful.
So are you more scared of wrestling or talking on camera?
I was so scared of talking. I thought I couldn't do it because of talking. I'm like secretly really shy, and I hide it well, but I also, talking in front of a group of more than a few people is like absolutely terrifying for me.
Okay.
Like, I thought I wouldn't be able to do it at the tryout, so I almost didn't try out. And I think I practiced my promo for the tryout like a million times.
Okay.
Like, so many times. I was so scared. And going into like kind of coming up with a character, me and our promo coach Katz just created just like a stabby mean girl, like similar to Tiffany Stratton, and a mix of like Chelsea Green in there. And for some reason, like, I can talk as her.
Okay.
Like, easy. And I like found that like once I kind of like faced it, I could, again, I'm not tuning my own horn, but I could do it better than a lot of people there that I thought would be way better than me at it. So that was really encouraging to like see the improvement of promos from like where I started scared to even like speak in front of anybody to being able to be in front of like hundreds of people and just literally speaking in the mic in front of like the TV crowd or something, and for LFG tapings. And I was like, oh wow, like I can do that.
I think it's a great example of just reps matter.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Because now, while I'm sure, like, let's say your next show, they go, all right, well, we're going to have to do a promo first. You'll still go, crap, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the script? Who's my producer?
Yeah.
I go, well, it's all on you.
Yeah.
And you go, what do you mean it's all on me? Okay. How do you think you would go in that situation? Are you ready for that situation?
I think that's the thing. Now I'm ready for anything. I think the experience I had at the PC really got me ready for any other experience I could possibly have. And I'm sure, not that I had it bad, I think I had it great, and I wouldn't change it for anything, because I think I had it a really difficult experience, a lot of challenge, in just like a challenging way. In
a very short period of time.
Yes, in a very short period of time, I got given a lot. And it kind of set me up for that being difficult, but at the same time, if I can do that with the limited experience I had, I can do anything now. I mean, I can't imagine being put in a situation that's more stressful. Even like Evolve, it's like I'd come and you have to be there for the show, and like you don't have a match or anything. I got thrown in a match, put it together, one of my first matches ever, and I have to do it on, again, like a TV taping. I'm like, I've wrestled one PC Live, right? And that's all I've ever done. You want me to be on TV after putting something together for like 20 minutes? Yeah.
They're like, yep, it's time.
Like, so if I can do that, I can do anything.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so that's kind of like relaxing to know.
What do you think it would take to get back to WWE or to get signed by AEW, MLW, TNA, etc., etc., etc.?
I think if you were at the right place at the right time, and I believe if God opens the right doors at the right time, you'll get there. But
I think you're further ahead considering how new to the business you are.
Thank you. I don't think there's a specific formula. And I also am not going to set that expectation. Of course, that's a goal, and that'd be a big goal to accomplish, signing with any company, let alone back with WWE. And I like I said, I think God can open and close doors, and he can reopen a door that he once closed. So I believe that anything's possible, but I also know that I can't fully control those things. Like, I can do a lot of things right, but even if I did everything right, I feel like I did a lot of things right during my time at WWE, but there's things that are still out of my control. So I wouldn't be doing it, I wouldn't be continuing it if that was like the end all be all for me to get back there or to get with any company. I just want to wrestle. And I really just love it. And I think a big unpopular opinion of mine is like, I'm looking forward to joining the indie scene. And I've heard the horror stories and I've heard how difficult it is. And it's not the glitz and glamour of it. It was never like about that for me. Like I really just want to like learn the business. I've respected the business even more than I did coming in, just learning more about it. And I really just love being in the ring, whether that's in a little gymnasium with 50 people or a stadium of 1,000+ people. I want to do it either way.
I think you have the right mindset for someone in your position to give yourself the best opportunity of success possible. So I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I'll see you on one of those shows somewhere.
Oh, can't wait. Tag team. You're like, I don't want to work with her.
I want to talk about finances with people because I think a lot of people aren't good with finances, especially coming through the PC. I was like, oh, you shouldn't be buying that car or that jacket or that whatever. If you're buying things on credit cards, maybe stop buying things. And I guess I'm coming from Australia where I never had a credit card. I never had to use debt. But I also didn't understand the benefit of debt, how it can benefit you. But I also don't think a lot of the people through the PC using debt know what they're doing. They're just like, oh, I can afford this thing now, so I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
So while I want to talk good or bad, whatever your experience with money is, I'm always curious to see what people's experience with money is in hopes that other people can watch it and learn any little thing and then hopefully learn from my mistakes, your mistakes, whatever it is. Are you good with money or no?
I think I'm very good with my money.
Okay.
So I have a lot of money saved up that I just I don't touch. When there's been a lot of opportunities in my life where I could have bought some fun or touched it, but I don't want to touch it. It makes me feel good knowing that I have something saved.
Security blanket.
Yeah, kind of it's relaxing knowing I can buy that aloe sweat set because it's not that big of a deal. I have this money saved. I'm not pulling out a big sum of money. So my little guilty pleasure with money is my clothes and stuff like that. That's fun for me, but it's never making an actual dent in what I have. I'm always spending below my means, and I think that's so important to do. And I in the same breath though, I've also been super fortunate for all my 6 years of college, never had to pay anything for my tuition. That's such a blessing. That's huge for me. Being an athlete helped me so much in that way. So I never had to have debt because my parents couldn't have paid it. So that was a huge blessing. A reason I worked so hard when I was young too is because I didn't want to be in debt in my life. So
it was a scholarship? Is that what it was? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got it for all 4 years of undergrad and then my 2 years for my master's degree too. So a lot of money went towards me just running in circles. But hey, I'll take it, you know. Free degree, I'll take it. But no, I've never had to be in debt, so I don't have that experience with struggling with it. I think my experience is going to change in the near future, getting married. We're talking about starting a business potentially, different businesses we could get into, taking out business loans, or should we chip into what I have saved?
Combining finances?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, lucky him.
Is he good with money?
He is so financially conscious, but I feel like I need to loosen him up a little bit. I'm we can spend $5 on coffee. We're gonna be okay. And you gotta have you gotta live at the same time. You can't be such a saver to where you don't have fun and live your life.
Yeah. Again, as a hardcore gambler, I acknowledge that my spending is a little crazy to other people. But I would never go out and spend money on drinks.
I wouldn't either.
Everyone's got a different way of looking at money.
That's how I balance it out too. I always tell Kayla, I'm a really cheap date. I don't drink. So I'm my soda's free at the bars. You're lucky. You're real lucky. Because I'm just that's a lot of money. It's $13 for an alcoholic drink. So I save money there. I can buy my aloe sweat set.
Yeah.
it's okay. I don't care if it's $300.
Balance.
Balance, exactly.
I used to be a lot tighter than I am now. And then I had a friend say that he's tight with things, but if he's going to eat, he's going to eat.
Yeah.
And I went, you know what? I love food. That's a great way of looking at it. So normally I'll try and save money here or there, and then I'll just throw money at food and poker.
Yeah.
But it's Again, everyone's different.
Poker. But that's your hobby. I think that's fair when it's like people could look at my like the clothes I buy again and just be like, okay, you don't need that sweat set in a slightly different shade of yellow. You already have one in yellow. Like
You can just AI it now.
you could literally, like you could. Oh, don't get me started on AI. But I'm like, you know what? This is the one thing I buy. It's gonna be okay. Like I don't buy other things that like I don't gamble. Like so, you just the balance.
Exactly.
You don't buy probably $300 sweat sets, but
No.
you gamble.
Yes.
It balances itself out, and it all works out. But it's the people that just like go crazy in every direction, and they're just.
Those are the people I'm scared for.
And I know those people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know those people at the PC too.
Are they still spending the way that they were spending?
I think they've gotten better.
Good. In your time at the PC, did they have anyone come in to talk about money, budgeting, taxes, anything like that?
They did. I think they did once while I was there.
Okay.
And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I always tried to like learn from like those kinds of things they were trying to provide for us, because like there's a lot of stuff they did that they didn't have to do. And a lot of people, the PC is such a complicated place, and I like to say that you just could never possibly understand until you're there. It's like they like to keep comparing it to like Love Island. It's like not exactly Love Island, but it's just a whole entity of itself, to where it's like if it had a reality show, it would be the #1 reality show in the world. They'll never do it.
100%. Yep.
They'll never do it. They'll say that they're going to do it, but they'll never really do it like they could do it.
LFG could have been that. But
They could have. They had the opportunity, and I don't think they'll ever take it.
It would be the greatest thing possible, but it would have
Totally
to be
agree.
unscripted.
100%.
If you script it, it's not going to come out
No.
genuine.
And they don't. But the thing is, they don't have to script it to make it good.
The children in that place will give you the best program possible.
Exactly. And you just tell them, don't act at all, just be yourself, and you will get the best TV ever.
100%.
Yep.
Last question.
Okay.
5-year plan.
I don't know if I have a 5-year plan.
1-year plan?
I have a 1-year plan. Yes, that's better. I want to buy a house.
Okay.
Yes, I want to buy a house. So
In Florida?
yes, in Florida. I love it here. So this is definitely like where I want to live permanently, raise a family. So that's a big step, that moving that direction. I'd love to start a business too. What that looks like exactly yet, I'm not sure. I would love to have another way of income that's not fully reliant on wrestling, and just recovering and getting back in the ring. Not rushing it like I kind of did during the entire time at the Performance Center. I don't want to rush it. I'm going to take my time, get back in the ring when I'm ready, do a match when I'm ready, and just see where it takes me. And I'm very hopeful for that. Yeah. It's a pretty loaded 1-year plan, but we're going to make it happen. So what's your 1-year plan?
Don't die.
I should put that in there too. I also do not want to die.
What's my 1-year plan?
Yes.
Going into this year, my big motivator is action. I have a close friend that I speak to regularly. He and I are overthinkers. So we're perfectionists, and we're overthinkers.
Okay, I'm very similar, yeah.
So it's like, okay, what is this person going to think of it? Have we done this right? Should we consider this first? Or like you look at every aspect of it and think about it, and then you put it off.
Yeah.
Like look at it as an Instagram post, and you're like, all right, I've filtered it. I've got the song.
Yep.
Is it? I don't know about the
And
caption.
then you're just ugly. You've looked at it so long that you just hate yourself.
You find something,
Yes.
and so you go, save draft.
100%.
And then 3 months later, you go, oh, it was a Christmas post. I can't post it now.
So real.
But then I've got friends who don't think enough, and they just act.
I definitely have those friends too.
And they make mistakes, but they get further by taking more, by making more mistakes. And so this year is about trying to find that balance between, I'm not going to stop overthinking. There's no way that's going to happen. But you don't have to have everything lined up 100% perfectly to take action. It's got to be like 70%, and then just go. And then take that next step. Because if you just keep taking 70% steps, you're going to get a lot further than someone that's waiting to take that 100% step.
Oh, 100%. That's a good point. You're aware of it too. I was a perfectionist for such a long time, and I am still like a chronic overthinker. But I've kind of learned to like let that go. Not fully, but to the extent to where like I can function. Because I mean, when you're like so extreme in that sense, it's so hard to function, especially in the wrestling world. I mean, you can't, nothing's ever going to be perfect because you're in there with someone else that's not going to be perfect either. It's like things are going to go wrong, and it's like you just have to kind of accept the mess and just make your goal not dying, and you are good to go.
Let's not die this
Let's
year.
just not die this year.
And we'll have a good year.
Have a great year.
Look at that.
You never insulted me. What happened?
Oh.
Okay, ready. My biggest red flag of knowing me this far.
Too nice.
Oh, I get that so much. I got one of the coaches said to Caleb after I got let go, he went up to him and he's like, I think that she was just too nice for this place. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you. But like,
It's
if
not a
that's my
bad
fatal
thing.
flaw, like, great.
I have massive trust issues because dad and partners cheating and whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember like the psychology behind it, but it's like you become an observer of people and like looking at their little bits and pieces because you're trying to find who's going to screw you over next.
Yeah.
And so I see you and I go, she's so nice. She's so nice. But I go,
Sus.
but I know behind closed doors, she's got a hell of an opinion.
Behind closed doors, I feel like I do have the same reaction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Because it's just not, I can't care enough at the same time. So it's
Okay.
just like, I can care about people, but like if someone screws me over, it's just like, I won't care anymore.
Move on.
I'll move on. Yeah. So I feel like I don't get myself too worked up to the point to where it's like I get that angry and like there's that side you don't say. It's just kind of just like I don't allow myself to get there because like it's not worth my time.
Because as you get
I'm
older,
getting old. I'm 26.
you know,
No, I felt old. My whole class was like way younger than me, and it just I felt old. I was like the oldest in my class.
imagine being Andre Chase in that.
Yeah, no, that makes me.
He feels old. Let me turn this
Old
off.
is- yeah.